Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. However you put it. However you put it. You got Don M in the building, in the house, on your screen, in your cars, in your ears. He's on the waves. And he's here to chop it up with you and put together some nice, good sauce to add to the plate, the food, the food of thought. You know what I'm saying? The food of thought needs some sauce. So I'm here to bring the sauce. And the sauce is tasty. It's tasty too. Yes, it's tasty, folks. The sauce is tasty because the sauce comes straight out the food's mouth. Not the food, but the food. The food is talking. But the food that's on the plate, it's cooked food. You know what I'm saying? It's cooked meat. Well done. Just got to add the sauce. And so today we are going to talk about, researching all the times Umar blamed black men for his delusion, his destruction. He's the number one scholar. Okay. I've been noticed that he has a major, major, major campaign right now. And if you follow his history, he's been having a campaign in this nature for a long time. But right now, for some reason, he's pushing the narrative for 2022. He ended the narrative going into 2023, the narrative of he's been conned by his contractors. Okay, so from the year 2022 to 2023, he's running with the narrative of him being conned by his contractors, him being scammed by his contractors. Not just his contractors, but his black contractors. Okay, he's going on a rampage right now. He's going broadcasting on every single podcast that he get an opportunity to speak on. He's pushing the narrative of the stagnation of his project because of black contractors like myself, people who was working on the job. You understand what I'm saying? People who put work in that building, like myself. And he's putting the blame on people like myself. And I was there to see roofer, I was there to see painters, I was there to see plumbers, I was there to see electricians, I was there to see carpenters, I was there to see window repair people, I was there to see the police. You know what I'm saying? I was there to see. There was one other set of people that I was there to see. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, I was there to see a good deal of individuals come across that building. And as I was there to see a great deal of individuals that come across that building, that says a lot. But not prolonging on that. I just want you to know that where we at with the situation of him blaming these black men, I was there to see, not just see them, know them, not just to know them, have several of their numbers in the phone. Oh yeah, security. I knew it was another one. Security. Okay. So knowing that these contractors, these individuals that he's talking about, I've seen several sets come through. As he speaketh what he's speaking, when I first came to the building in 2020, he was talking the same bullcrap. And that's why he brought me in as eyes to kind of like pay attention to the individual that he had as security. And so for my role was, like I told you at the beginning, folks, was basically to eradicate these individuals, to come in there, take their place, and then they was going to get terminated, and then that was going to be that. He didn't want to pay them boys at that time. Two individuals. He didn't want to pay them. So he had me looking at these men sideways. I wasn't looking at them sideways, but he wanted me to look at them sideways. So, but I'm watching, and as I watch, I let them know, nah, these are good guys. They're all right. You know what I'm saying? They're all right. I understand them. They individuals that who are men. The individuals who have points and points of view. They're individuals who believe that they can be part of the program and help out. He wanted to know, was they stealing? He wanted to know if they were stealing. Whether or not they were stealing, I couldn't tell you that 100%. I couldn't tell you what they were stealing or if they stole beforehand, but I will say I didn't witness or see no stealing on behalf of these individuals that I was supposed to be spying on. So he already goes into the ball game with a negative attitude towards his black contractors anyway, because he look at them as pookies and ray rays no matter what, and that's because he always be dealing with pookies and ray rays. So because he deal pookies and ray rays, he has an image of Pookie and Ray Ray going to rob him, not knowing that no, they're going to support you. They got love for you. They want to help you and make it grow. But you're already coming in with a side eye. So just imagine every contractor after that, and I'm saying that's when I came on deck. But just imagine every contractor before me, before those guys he was dealing with, and after me, and after those guys that left, that he had a sideways eye, thinking that everybody was out to get him. So he's coming to the conversation, that thinking that, assuming that, feeling that, believing that, because he has negative energy. So this dude believes that every black contractor was the destruction of his and slowdown of his FDMG, where he had to reach out to get services from white contractors. But before I continue that, let me just go and rewind the clock about like almost a year, almost a year, not really, almost a year ago though. We're gonna go back by like about 8 months or so to his words. Well, not really his words, but to someone else's conversation. Okay, we're gonna go to someone else's conversation about this matter right here of him, having to outsource a few $100,000, a few $10,000, 50, 60, $70,000 to white contractors. Okay, let's go rewind. What I'm about to pull up is something that dates back, like I said, about 8 months ago. And it was in regards to this dude and his funny shenanigans. We got this brother, JT, you know him, the pocket watcher. I'm a funny dude because I let 8 months go by and I never reviewed this video. So it comes across now. So I'll check it out now. Okay, you feel me? So I'm gonna check this video out right now with you folks. And I'm just gonna, he was talking a lot. I'm just gonna go down to about like 28 minutes in. Okay, I'm gonna go 28 minutes in. And press play.
To answer the question, because I'm sure somebody has already said it, the reason why he says that he neglected to file the proper paperwork to not pay multiple of thousands of dollars in taxes, he said it was a conspiracy between the white attorney that he hired to make the real estate deal and the IRS. A conspiracy. Okay, he's the one who hired the white attorney, right? Umar, if you decided to hire the white attorney, you did it to yourself. Now, I don't believe it was a conspiracy. I believe you just dropped the ball. But let's even play into that for a second. Why didn't you hire a black attorney to do it for you? I'm sure you paid that white attorney thousands of dollars, not thousands of dollars that you paid, but thousands of dollars that your donators, your supporters paid. And then to say it was a conspiracy, they set you up. All right. We're gonna.
I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds and see if it's giving feedback back, because this thing has been aggravating me, and I'm praying that it's not giving the feedback. Let's take a quick look. See. I'm hoping that, because every time I play a video, for some reason, whenever I play the video, they always find a way to do double feedback, and I'm praying that that's not the case right now. You feel me, folks? I'm hoping that's not giving me double feedback, and I need somebody to let me know if you are hearing this guy speak clear, or if it's coming in like on a double level. So, but for some reason now I'm not getting reception on my phone. What's that? This phone is wilding out, man. It's like so corny right now. But as you heard him say, he said, if you didn't hear him say, why my phone not giving me service right now? He basically said that this is like 8 months ago, almost 9 months ago, when he did this video, and he was saying that basically Umar and used white attorneys at the time. And I remember, man, that's stupid shit. And so how much money did he spend on those attorneys? How much money did he spend on all that paperwork? So all that filing. Now let me just skim over. Like I said, I want to really know if I want to know if the video that I'm playing is making noise, if it's like giving the feedback. So I hope it's not, man. I really hope it's not, because it'd be so sad when I do videos and I'll be hearing it and it's doing like a repeat. You're hearing a delay, but you're hearing it like feedback in the background. It's so sad. So hopefully that's not the case right now. Let's go back and rewind and go back to JT, because like I say, the moral of this is Umar says that all black contractors was the reason why he had stagnation with his project. He went on national airways. He went on he went on a radio station like one of I'm about to say the wrong station, Lord Marshall. The Breakfast Club. He went on the Breakfast Club and said to the world that black man ain't worth shit. And that's why we need the FDMG Academy. And until we build the FDMG Academy for these young boys, black men ain't going to be shit. And you don't need to give them their money. Don't give them your money. Give your money to other contractors, because black man is going to have you waiting 3 years to get the job done. Charlemagne says, so he said, so you outsource this money to these white contractors. So what do that mean? And the best answer that he gives is that until he get these FDMG schools state to state, that there's going to be nothing. There's nothing but unworthy men out there in business, especially contractors who don't know what the hell they're doing. It's only going to stagnate your job. So you might as well give it to the Mexicans that's coming across the borders right now. Okay, so I wonder how much money he's getting paid to really promote this right here for immigration. I want to know what Umar's getting paid, what contract he got for pumping immigration. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm saying this in a way that's for real, for real. Right now, we got all these people coming across the borders from all sorts of angles right now. He's already claiming that, yo, you're black, you're black. It is what it is. You got a little ounce of it. Yo, you get reparations. Yo, come and get it. I got some money for you right now. I'm gonna raise from these Negroes and these silly Negroes in the community. I'm gonna raise this money off for them, and I'm gonna outsource it and give it to you folks because they are bull. They not worth the time and energy as contractors. And I've been doing it, so come and get this money. You don't believe me? Listen.
It was a conspiracy. They wouldn't allow it. He elected to file the proper paperwork to not pay multiple of thousands of dollars in taxes. He said it was a conspiracy between the white attorney that he hired to make the real estate deal and the IRS. A conspiracy. Okay, he's the one who hired the white attorney, right? Umar, if you decided to hire the white attorney, you did it to yourself. Now, I don't believe it was a conspiracy. I believe you just dropped the ball. But let's even play into that for a second. Why didn't you hire a black attorney to do it for you? I'm sure you paid that white attorney thousands of dollars, not thousands of dollars that you paid, but thousands of dollars that your donators, your supporters paid. And then to say it was a conspiracy, they set you up. All right. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. All right, we're gonna get through this. Oh, my Lord. All right. Michael with the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Says FDMG is in Delaware, yet the order is from Pennsylvania. Can you explain how that works? Yeah. So he originally organized in Pennsylvania. That's where his base of operations were until I believe he got the buildings in Delaware. Even if you're organized in a particular state, if you go to another state and you start to operate, you need to still be registered to operate in that state. So, I mean, I believe it's pretty well documented that Umar has collected donations in Pennsylvania. He has held events in Pennsylvania. And the state of Pennsylvania is saying, no, you can't do this because you are not providing us the information that you said you were going to provide us when you set up the organization. All right, so we're going to get on this, and then we're going to get to the phone calls. I got one more piece of this puzzle. So,
and hold on
as you can see on the screen,
I'm gonna pause right there because, like I said, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna pause that for 1 second because that's a different topic. Because he was talking about something that was very important, but this is a different topic. Like I said, I'm looking for help on researching all the times because I'm jotting everything down right now and getting my proof and checking it twice. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my list and checking it twice on ways and how many people he done slandered, even all the way down to these white contractors. It's a conspiracy. He said it was a conspiracy in Delaware. They come in. Remember, he said they're conspiring against him. So he blames every single person. It's not no one that he won't blame, except for himself. That's the one person he would not blame. He would not blame himself, but he would blame the world. He'd blame his father. He'd blame his donors. He'd blame his baby mama. But he won't blame himself. He will not take a credibility for his actions. So that's where we're going. So let me just slide because he says something. Like I said, this is about all the times we blame black men. Let me just go to the proof real quick of why it's important for me to take this man to court. You guys got to understand that we're going to court for real reasons, and for reasons why you guys got to understand. It's not that he to prove that he's a fraud, but it's to stop this path that he's going down. Is to stop it. It's now to put the roadblocks up, lay the thing that go across the road and pops the tire. He's gonna spin off, and you know what I'm saying, all the cops gonna jump out, and the troopers gonna come out around him, and that's that. And that's what's happening right now. Next week, the troopers gonna surround him. It's going to end like training day. It's going to end like training day. I think I'm lying, right? It's going to end like training day. Because this is this man's what he really feels. But he went on these airways, folks. He went on these airways and really put out to the nation. After he went and debated this chick, Cynthia G, he went out to the nations and put out this conversation that black men, black contractors, no matter where he went, ain't worth nothing. Oh yeah, I got some footage. You know, he said something else on someone else's live on their other podcast. I got some evidence, some proof. Y'all like to say receipts.
Of juvenile court supervision. 2 out of 4 referred for special education. 1 out of 3 referred for psychiatric medication. 1 out of 4 prematurely exterminated at the hands of another black male, suffering the same debilitating effects of the school to prison pipeline. Yes, brothers and sisters, that bitch Tariq Nasheed. By the way, Flex, I heard you said you pulling up. I want to know when you pulling up. Somebody get Tariq Nasheed on the phone. When you pulling up, bitch? You know my schedule. I'll post it wherever. When you pulling up? I called your ass out for 10 rounds. You didn't respond, brother. Get your fat ass in the ring for 10 rounds since you so gangster. You bitch. Got these white boys making documentaries for black people. 5 documentaries and all the money went to crackers. 5 documentaries and all the money went to crackers. You flying them around on black people's money. You paying for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner on black people's money. Hell you talking about? Putting them in fancy hotels on black people's money. Renting cars on black people's money. You whining in...
Yo, look, I'm going to do this as a skit. Okay, this is going to be my skit for court. Okay, so right now, like I say, the name of this is "Help Me Research All the Times Umar Blamed Black Men for His Destruction." So right now, I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to quote him. Okay, so bear with me, folks. Help me out. If you have something that you can pull it up and bring it to the chat. Okay? Pull it up and bring it to the chat. Pull it up and bring it to the chat. Where's my book at? Listen, while I look for my book, I'm gonna let you listen to this. Okay, let you continue with this dude.
Donning crackers on black people's money. I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. And by the way, Nasheed, I got some more bad news for you, homie. A couple of the brothers from around the way been texting me for the past 2 weeks. See, I ain't been able to go live until now. I haven't been able to go live until now, and I'm feeling marvelous. I'm feeling marvelous right now.
Yo, this speech right here is a speech that's going to, like I say, when I go to court next week, it's going to be a little monologue I do. So I'm about to jot the words down word for word. It's about monologue because, like I say, when we talk about going to court and when we talk about this goes off on individuals, they need to understand how this is what he do, how he goes off on figures. male figures that he actually do work with. And the level of what he would go and what he's willing to do, like in regards to my ID, pass my ID out to people in the hood where it reached me. So what he said about the people in the neighborhoods are going to bootleg his stuff, where it makes this man feel like whenever he can travel, he have to carry security. This man threatens you in ways that, it's no telling what he's saying to the homies in the hood to make them say, yo, okay, well, you ain't getting no money. Well, we're going to bootleg and we're going to give you this money. We're going to give you a percentage of our bootleg money. What type of individual is that? So when you look at that type of level of mentality that he has, that is a demonic mentality. So of course he has no problem of saying to you folks, Don came into school, vandalized the school, destroyed the building, stole this. It's easy for him to lie. It's easy for him to do that because that's the mentality. It's just natural. So we're going to word for word this one right here. Understand? This is going to be word for word. I like this video right here. I love this video right here. The JT video is awesome. But I got another podcast, a video that I'm going to go to as well because he's been busy in the last 2 weeks. He's been very busy since he left that the Breakfast Club. Okay, folks. Since December 7th, the Breakfast Club, a month ago, he done did several podcasts. He did several interviews in that time frame. He did 4 to 5, maybe 10 podcasts in that time frame. So there's a lot of material to go through in these next 3 to 5 days in regards to every time he get on a podcast. He don't miss a break. Every time he get on a person podcast, he criminalized black contractors. He criminalizes us. And it's so funny looking at these men sit there and have these interviews with him, and they know they're trying not to break. They know they're trying to sit there with a straight face, but they know they also really trying not to really like, yo, Umar, yo, for real, boom, boom, boom. They know they're covering up for him because this younger generation just want to be down, but they have to know. They have to really see. When I say cooning, they have to see that high level of cooning. He went on the national. He probably went to Aruba, okay, and told those people that it was the black contractors' stagnation, trying to scam, trying to scheme, trying to rip him off, But yet, in the meantime, he's going to court next week with me, trying to rip me off. And at the same time, drop major slander and all sorts of stuff because this is who he is.
I ain't got a concern in the world. You understand me? The only thing I'm concerned about is whether my ancestors want me to put that first school in Chicago or Wilmington. The only thing I'm concerned about is whether or not, first of all, let me back up. Anybody who talks some slick shit, getting blocked. Okay? I'm going to dismiss your ass into oblivion for eternity. I'm going to dismiss your ass into oblivion for eternity if you make a slick ass comment. I will block your ass and I'm not letting you back in. So get cute today. It will be your life. You better make it the best diss shot you take. You better make it the... I'm not talking to no haters. I'm talking to supporters. Say some slick shit. Watch me on Instagram. I support you. I just, disagree with you on one thing. Brothers and sisters, I ain't got a problem with you disagreeing. You can disagree, but it's how you disagree. Some people can disagree with class. Some people can disagree with etiquette. I'm not looking for robots. I love intellectual discourse. I love the intellectual boxing ring. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? No problems there.
Yo, when he said to me bring it, bring it. I love this. This is what I do. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Because he loved it so much. He loved that confrontation so much. He thinks it's confrontation when it's not even confrontation. He's the type of dude that builds and brings confrontation because he already coming to the table with confrontation. He's confrontational. So just imagine when you have a parent who he knows is coming up for a day that's coming up for a PTA meeting, and he know that this parent, she's or he, is an outspoken parent, and he know that they coming up, and so he loves this confrontation. He loves this smoke. In the last 10 years, he's been practicing more of being a ratchet nigga as opposed to being a professional principal. In the last 10 years, he's been working on being more ratchet.
But when you get disrespect,
in the last 10 years, he's been practicing more being ratchet than being professional. In the last 10 years, he has become more ghettoized when it comes to his professionalism as being professional. People don't see him as that professional anymore. We talk about the last 10 years, we talk about from 2022 to 2012. Okay, of paying attention to this man. This is what you have. This is who he is. This is why I'm going to court, because this is who he is. You hear who he is?
School to prison pipeline. Yes, brothers and sisters. That bitch Tyreek Nasheed. By the way, Flex, I heard you said you pulling up. I want to know when you pulling up. Somebody get Tyreek Nasheed on the phone. When you pulling up, bitch? You know my schedule. I'll post it wherever. When you pulling up? I called your ass out for 10 rounds. You didn't respond, brother. Get your fat ass in the ring for 10 rounds since you so gangster. You bitch.
Now, that part, like I say, that part is a major problem. I called you out for 10 rounds. How many years ago was this? Then he's calling out this person. He's calling out that person. He called out Freddie Gibbs the box. He want to call out everybody, but you never call out me. You know what I'm saying? Never called out me. Call out every single person on the planet except for me. Call SETI out, call all these individuals out except for me. And the thing is, the bottom line is, scratch me out that conversation real quick. The bottom line is, he calls all these individuals out for a friendly hand fist fight, a friendly boxing match, right? Not with all that bitch talk, so he's not really that friendly. He calls these people out for physical confrontation, okay? Because that's all it really is. It's physical confrontation because of the friction and the confrontation that he has with their beliefs and how they handling things and whatever case may be. But he wanted to become confrontational with the fist. So now he got a school of old boys, like I said the other day. He wanted to blame these black contractors. So how about blaming black men for pushing a certain level of violence? Because you can only expect your student to be as good as your the models that they see. And so if they see the models being ratchet, the models meaning that the teachers and the staff and the faculty and principals and so on, so be it. If they see nothing but ratchetness, they coming in on the ratchet mentality. They like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. Okay, I want everybody needs to go to this school. This school gets it popping. Every day is a fight up at our school. Yo, our school got metal detectors. I'll be getting late to class because I gotta go get searched. How can you not say that that school won't be that type of school if this man's already, of course, beef with Tariq, Seti, Monty, Lennon, me? But with me, his beef was on the street. He called the police on me, though. See? Called the police. Owe me money, called the police. See, all those other individuals, except for Tariq. Tariq was close. He had more of a physical contact with Tariq in real life. But when it came down to the beef, I'm pretty sure that they was miles away from each other. There's no beef in person, only miles away. I'm right down the block. Let's meet up. Let's meet up in the park. Winner takes all. If this is the model that you're gonna be running by with your school, you're gonna have nothing but thugs running that school. You're gonna have drug dealers up in the school. You see. Wait, y'all thinking I'm broke up? You think I'm trolling? Come on, take a listen for yourself. Take a listen. Listen up.
Got these white boys making documentaries for black people. 5 documentaries and all the money went to crackers. 5 documentaries and all the money went to crackers. You flying them around on black people's money. You paying for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner on black people's money. Hell you talking about? Putting them in fancy hotels on black people's money. Rental cars on black people's money. You whining and dining crackers on black people's money. I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. And by the way, now
I want. You remember he got those little white kids calling in and tapping in on his lives, right? I want them to put that out there. I want them to really do their homework and do their research because, like they say, they're confused. What's this Pan-African? I mean, I'm confused. I want this video to circulate in the white community. I want this video right here to get 3 million views in the white community. What video? I'm talking about this video right here that we're hearing him talk. This video. This right here.
Money. Hell you talking about? Putting them in fancy hotels on black people's money. Rental cars on black people's money. You whining and dining crackers on black people's money. I'm speaking facts.
I want this video, even if it's my video, I want this video to be seen by 1 million young white and mixed white black kids whose fathers is cracker contractors. Okay, as this man put it, it's straight cracker contractors. And I want them to come and ask the question, like, if we play against them in basketball, are we going to get chased home after the game if we beat them? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be confrontation with your boys and white kids because the education that you seem that you were going to be teaching? And then we've been looking, investigating. It's like, what love are you teaching? What are you teaching in regards to love? Because you already showing that you hate the black men and you hate these crackers. So where we at with this? Like I said, I'm setting this up because I'm about to go and let you see his trend. He's setting a trend. He's setting a major trend. I gotta know what type of finances he's getting for really trying to destroy black men as workers and contractors, because he must be getting some type of revenue every time he go out there and pass that out, because the women must be like, especially our black women who go out there and they outsource their resources, but I ain't hiring no black contractors who really know that they don't want to hire them off the rip, who don't mind hiring outside the blocks, but yet and still they still part of a so-called conscious community, but yet and still when it comes to their money, they don't have no problem of calling up all these other contractors who say they're part of the conscious community, but yet and still they don't even have a list of black contractors to hit up. They don't even know three black. They don't even know 3 black contractors that they loyal to. So they loving this conversation right here that he having of saying that these black contractors ain't worth nothing. Hey sisters, it's okay if you go out there and you know saying you take your hard-earned money and you give it to these. I know I was saying crackers, but you know, I mean they some is all right. I can give you a list of a few contractors, white contractors. This is Umar now. Umar's like, I can give you a list of some white contractors, sisters. You get the job done in a couple of days for you. They get the job done for you. Because these niggas, these red rays, these niggas out here, and I'm talking about, and this is Umar talking. This is Umar talking. These licensed professionals, they ain't worth. Oh, yeah, he'll curse. He don't have no problem cursing. This is Umar talking. You think I'm lying? This is who he is.
I'm speaking facts. And by the way, on black people's money. Hell you talking about? Putting them in fancy hotels on black people's money. Rent a cars. You paying for their breakfast.
Look out for me. I'm going, like I said, I'm gonna do this. Is gonna be my little skit. This scene right here. I'm going to practice this every day all the way to court. And I'm going to try and do this without the paper. I'm trying to do this scene right here without the paper. Okay. I'm going to let him know. I'm going to let the courts know how he really feels about him having to use these crackers for his contractors. So I'm gonna say from his own mouth, and I'm gonna try and get this down packed, and then I'm gonna do a little short reel on it, and y'all tell me how I did. All right, I ain't gonna be reading from paper. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna have my hat on. I'm on my dashiki. I'm gonna reenact this whole scene right here. And oh yeah, flex. You know what I'm saying? Like he thugging it out. You have my glasses on, the whole shebang, bang, bang. Maybe I can find a beard and you put a fake beard on. You heard? But that's how we're gonna do this. This right here is a scene that is what I'm going to use to teach bipolar. Like, yo, this is bipolar to the 100. Like, yo, he went in years ago on this, and he went. And I say he went in, folks, about this man using these white men business. And then once he get his establishment on deck, he was white lawyer, like JT said. Okay, let's end this real quick. Let's go to the next one. Like JT said, it was the white contractor. And that's for the lawyer. When I was up in there was a white contractor that came through there. It was several white contractors came in there when I was there, personally. Okay, one of the contractors that came in there that was white was the one that came about the buildings for the mold with his astronomical prices to clean the mold out. Okay, that was a white contractor. The white contractor that also came in there, I believe he was a plumber. I believe he was a plumber because Umar had an older guy who's a black guy that he wanted to go through, but he was kind of more expensive than the white guy, so he was going to let the white guy do it. But after a week or two, I was like, "What happens to they do?" He's like, "Well, he didn't get back." And then that's when he had some other guys coming from New York pulling up. So they came, and they was from like Mount Vernon, some shit like that. So they pulled up, and that's the last I knew about the plumbing work. They was, fans. They was, real big fans of Umar. So they was like, yo, even if we just come and just do little work, touch up here, there's little stuff to get everything situated. So, maybe they did operate. Who knows? Like I said, they was some fanboys, But like I said, I seen a lot of white contractors pull up. 2 to 3. No, 3. No, 4. I seen 4 because the contractors who did the door, they was white. It was a white chick, and the contractors that did the windows, boarded up the windows. I'm just gonna say he was white. I don't know what he was, but let me say white. So I seen at least like 4 white contractors, and from the time of me leaving out that school, 2 white contractors received finances. So he was already using white contractors even beforehand. So he comes out there and say that he had to use some white contractors to get the job done. He was already using them because the day that I was leaving, when we had that confrontation, it was a white woman there for the doors. So when it comes to these white contractors, and for him to be going so robust on this man, he was going flavoristic on him. Straight season. High blood pressure. Cavity. Root canal. You understand? He was going so hard on this dude. And yet and still at the very end, not only did he utilize them and using them for the finish line, he's going to continue to use them for the finish line, continue to use them. As he used them, he's going to he's going to downplay us men all the way. Because this is what he's cheering. This is him cooning for the women right now. Because he knows that a lot of black women don't really support black contractors. He knows that. He was trying to get them to do so, but at the very end, where they are like, "See, told you, might as well just did it." Trust me, in his personal camp, trust me, they all like, "You told you should have been went that way." That's in his personal team. So outside his personal team of already saying, I'm talking about women. I ain't even really saying the men. I'm talking about the women right now. Outside his personal team of women saying you should have went with other contractors. Just imagine the outside people. They're like, well, he should have been did that. I don't know why he was showing loyalty to it anyway, because that's the whole completion of the mission. It's not really complete if you go any other way. Now look at it. They got a person like me being able to rip holes in him like Swiss cheese. I mean, this is ripping holes like Swiss cheese. Because from this video of him going so hard on Tariq, and him now where he's at with it, not only does he look like a hypocrite, but he looks as a disgraceful, pathetic, despicable human being. Because you cannot trust him for nothing. Okay? This is a deceitful 100% con. Deceitful 100%. And what made me believe it 100% is just seeing that video of him going into Tariq, and then hearing him on the Breakfast Club, and then, like I said, he was on at least like 3 other podcasts that I've seen and heard that we're going to pull up. We're going to pull it up real soon. I'm going to pull up. I'm just going to do one video today. I'm going to do another video the next day and probably catch another video the next day. And if you guys can help out and pull up, it helped me pull up other videos that I didn't come across. Excuse me. Please tap in. Let me know. I need to see more videos because I got the video that I'm about to pull up in a few seconds, a few minutes. Okay, it's coming up in 10 minutes. This video I'm about to put on. I'm about to put this video up in 10 minutes. And you guys, I need your help. And well, I'm going to search through because I can't remember at what point he mentions about this, so I have to skim through it. So just bear with me as I skim through it, the video. We can hear this dude's conversation, his bull crap, his conning, but it's cooning. But the bottom line is for me to get to the point where he once again throw the blame at us black contractors. He's trying to really make it like he's the person, the go-to man for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, come through me, and that's that. No other man, because they don't do nothing. And I'm so disturbed with that. When I say disturbed, because like I said, I was there, and me being there, and me telling him that the painter was slacking, and then me and him to have a confrontation about it, and then he coming out here and just saying this nonsense nonstop about these contractors. And it's like, I'm really like, yo, I want to pop you upside your head just because you had confrontation, because I'm telling you about your contractor. And what did you say? I don't care if they smoke crack. I don't care what they do in their personal life, as long as they can get this job done. That's what you said. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. And I'm like, yo, dog, you might not care, but the results is going to be seen, and you're going to care about all these other folks that's going to be really going in ham. That's why I was out there repainting the walls. Okay, he had look, folks. He had contract painters painting, and I'm not on the contract. I'm not getting paid on painting, but I'm still going out there and repainting over the paint job. Not just touch up. I'm really repainting over the shit. Okay. Maybe I apologize. What I'm thinking about, I apologize. And let me rewind. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop right there. The part that I really did in regards to that touch up job wasn't touch up on their work. I apologize. Let me stop. I ain't gonna even say that shit. That was me being retarded. It was actually the paint job that they did on the for the paint day. Like I said, it rained, and so instead of them going out there and the contractors doing, because I already knew the contractors didn't want to do it. They was neglecting that part. They were like, "Fuck that, that's y'all." Okay, that was his attitude. Because he was complaining a whole lot when they were doing the paint day. Okay. Oh, let me rewind. You know what? It's so beautiful when you just talk. This is why people go to therapy and shit like that. So when you talk, let me tell you a little bit about everything. That paint day, when he had all those loyal donors come out there, for the painter himself, he was somewhat pissed the fuck off about that. High level. Okay? So, because he was like, he's going to have to go over the work that they did. Okay, he was going to have to really go over it. But, I was really looking at the work that they did, and we had a meeting. We was congregating inside the building, and I told them, like, yo, look, technically, it was like 4 or 5 ladies out there that was painting that I would choose them over him in regards to painting. And I was just saying that in regards because they did a good job. They was working hard, and they was dedicated, because he wasn't doing shit that day. They were doing a little bit of work at top, but they ain't really do much, because the whole bottom level was done by the people. So, like I say, the whole bottom line is that I still had to go out there and retouch this wall, and was getting no money off of that, while he still had contractors that he was paying. So was the contractors doing a bad job, or was it that he allowed the contractors to do whatever type of job he wanted because he was not on top of them? And then because they gave him praise when he's pull up, but when he's not really there, they ain't really on top of the job because he didn't give the respect and the right authority to the person who has the keys and was there with the painters, who was opening the door and was involved with taking the pictures and sending you the pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm watching everything and before they leave, you want me to take pictures and send to you, and I'm trying to let you know stuff, and you ain't paying attention, and you ain't around. And then at the end result, you going on national TV and saying that the people did you wrong. No, you did it wrong because you wasn't on top of the game. And you was on top of me because of the fact that you want to have friction with me because the fact that I don't give you that idolizing praise that you want. But that painter, he know how to finesse it. The painter knew how to finesse it. He had his little game. He gamed you. His game, how he gamed you, is the fact that all he did was just stroke your ego. So if he scammed you, then that's the only thing he really did. He just stroked your ego, got in there, and gave you the work that he wanted, how he wanted to do it, and that was that. I won't say he scammed you. So you just wasn't on top of it. Like I say, I'm looking for those black contractors out there that Umar say that was the cause of his stagnation of the project. I'm looking for those individuals. I'm looking for y'all to pop up. Where are you at? Where are all those contractors out there that Umar said that wasn't worth nothing? That Umar went on the radio station and he claims that you guys could not get the job done. You worked on the project for 3 years, and these white guys in 3 months was able to just finish the job. You know what I'm saying? Because it was pretty much already done, almost complete accordingly. But let's go to a video. Like I said, I want to pull up this video. But just real quick before I get to that video, I got 2.5 more minutes. Let me just finish up with this JT video. We got a few more minutes with the JT. I know you probably seen it, but you didn't hear me speak on it.
Is the 2020 tax return that we talked about. This is the very first tax return that Dr. Umar submitted to the IRS. The very first one, the only one that he's done so far, right? The other ones were what we would refer to as postcard tax returns, 990N postcard tax returns that really don't have any functional financial information. This is the first full-length, full-form tax return that he's applied. Now, when we take a look at this tax return, we can see the issues that the IRS, I'm sure, can find. The issue here shows that he reports that in 2019, he collected absolutely no money. It also shows that he spent absolutely no money. Fine. The issue here shows that he reports that in 2019, he collected absolutely no money. It also shows that he spent absolutely no money. And in 2020, it shows he collected absolutely no money. And he spent absolutely no money. Now remember, 2019 is when he actually bought the buildings. Let's be clear. In 2019, that's when he bought the building. But he shows absolutely no money coming in and no money going out. What he does show is that in assets, there was $518,048 worth of assets in 2019. In 2020, there was the same $518,048 in 2020. Now, some of you may say, well, maybe those assets are the buildings, JT, right there. It shows the buildings, right? These are the buildings. Well, when we go down to see what the assets actually are, because this form is long and you have to detail all the financial information, where money came from, where money went. When we go and take a look and see where this $518,000 actually comes from on the balance sheet, we will see that it's not in any type of property, right? Because property would go on, a different asset line. He's showing that he has $518,048 in cash. In cash. And it's in a non-interest bearing account.
What do you say? A non-interest bearing account. Today was the first day I saw this video. What okay. What is a non-interest bearing account?
According to M-TheeFDMGBoogieman, the term non-interest-bearing transaction account includes a traditional checking or demand deposit account on which the insured depository institution pays no interest.
Okay, so he got all this bread in the account that's making no interest. He had no way of flipping $100,000. It might be funny, but he might even be scared to spend money. It's either he was splurging and blowing through money, or he was scared to spend money. But let's go. He bought the schools, right? He got the school, and then he still got $500,000 in his bank account. He spent over $500,000, and so when he finally get these tax papers, these tax papers, he's filing, and this is what he's claiming. I remember at this point, he spoke to me about the taxes, and so he claimed he's filing, he paid some money, but he was pending on if he was going to file, so he's just waiting. But he paid some money. So in 2020, like I said, this was at the beginning of the year, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I came coming to the end of the year, so I'm finding out a little bit of stuff that he's talking about. But for the whole year of 2020, he said that he made no money. That was COVID. How shut down things was. Could he say that he made no money and get away with it and be right? You know what I'm saying? That's the trickery. You could say COVID took place in 2019. He didn't make no money, but I know I was at the parent, the Black Parent Advocate, whatever that shit is called, seminar. I know he collected some money for it. I know he was advertising the FDMG. I know that he I'm pretty sure that he made some money. I know we were sitting up in the building, and what year was this? 2020. Yeah, we were sitting in the building. He showed me the cash apps, because he was showing me some of the cash apps that came in that day. Okay. He said, yeah, it comes in, but it's not, it's not like it used to be. He said, wow, then when we did the video, when we did the day for the I think when we did the electricity, yeah, that day, I told him to, do a video for electricity. So when he did the video, he said, at the end of the day, he got some donations. He said, wow, this is the most donations we got in a long time. So I know he was getting donations in during that time, but he claims that he wasn't, that he got nothing. So it's going to be extremely interesting that he's going to sit there and try to lie and pull up these little FDMG fun fact tax papers. That's all it is fun fact tax papers that he created himself. And he's going to try and present that to these people and convince them that not only did he didn't have not only did he, not raise that much money to open up the school a certain time frame, but in 2 years he raised no money, spent no money. He's gonna prove that he didn't even. He's gonna have to prove that he didn't even buy the school. Because, like I said, I'm gonna have to prove that he is a liar. I'm gonna have to prove that he's actually a con artist and a fraud and a thief. That's what I'm gonna have to prove. Well, that's what I'm just gonna go out there to prove. Even if they don't want to hear it, I'm just gonna prove that shit. I'm just gonna prove that. That's gonna be my method, my way of proving. So my whole thing is, why is it that this man, JT, accountant, have this information, can pull this information up easily, and you tell me that this court's not going to have no information on this man at all, have no knowledge of this man at all? This is about to get extremely spooky. Okay, so now I'm in the time frame I wanted to show this other video. I know I cut you off, Jay. Let me let you finish what you're saying with that.
So basically, what Umar is saying here, what Umar is saying is that he has over $500,000 sitting in a checking account, not earning any interest, nothing like that. He's just got $500,000. Doesn't show that he bought any buildings or anything like that. There's no any type of tangible assets other than cash. Cash is the only thing he's reporting that he has, even though we are very aware that he bought the buildings in 2018. So this is the other huge financial mistake that Dr. Umar made in this entire situation, right? This is what ended up happening. So at this point, I'm going to start taking these calls. You make sure you call in this number right here, 515-602-9778. Call this number. I am going to take a look here and see who we got. Give me 1 second while I set everything up. Pocket watches, I appreciate it. Give me one moment to set up these phone lines.
Yeah, that was your boy JT and the Pocket Watcher. And look, man, I'm happy he did put that presentation together. I wish I saw it. I wish I seen it about 7 months ago, but I didn't see it. But I'm seeing it now. Never too late. Go to court next week. Umar blames all black men, but yet and still, he's still stagnant, and he's been using white contractors for over 2 years. That he's been using white contractors since he got to school. All right, so the bottom line is for him to go out on every podcast and go on the Breakfast Club and broadcast to the world. After he was on the panel for a debate in regards to is the black man under attack, and then he goes out there and just launches one of the major nuclear weapons on black man, which is a weapon of mass destruction on the black man's economics of how he's going to get his revenue for all black contractors. He just really crushed 60% of our black contractors. That's what he did. 60% of our black contractors are now hurting because of what he just did, putting out that type of advertising on these waves. Maybe I'm lying. Even if it's 20, 10, 5, it don't matter. But it's bad enough. I say 60 because they was already at a point where they was not really, trying to deal with black contractors. So now when this man comes on deck, what you expect? Hold on 1 second, folks. Yeah. All right, folks. So I'm going to stop that screen. I'm going to pull up with this screen right here. And let's see what this one's talking about. We're going to go to this video. Yeah. Some young dude. Okay. Reparations from the U.S. to Africa. He's black and he's black and he's Mexican. So he's sitting there with some questions, So let's get into his conversation. But like I said, I want to really find one point, and that's when Umar spoke about the school. Let's see.
The major problems that affect African people in this country, the miseducation. Money does not change that. Mass incarceration. Money definitely does not change that. Gentrification. Access to wealth. Now, you have a little would be sufficient as a reparations payout. No amount of money would be sufficient as a reparations payout, in my opinion, because money is not an inexhaustible commodity. Money runs out. And the benefit of slavery to America will never expire. As long as there is an America, this country benefits from the enslavement of African people, which is the greatest dehumanizing campaign in the history of mankind. Therefore, whatever the restitution package will be, that restitution package and everything contained in it should likewise never expire. To accept a limited commodity for an unlimited commodity is an unequal exchange.
The reason why he believes it's an unequal exchange is because he doubts black entrepreneurship, he doubts black businesses, he doubts black trade, he doubts black education. He believes he's the number one scholar on the planet, so he thinks that if he's not doing it, it's not about nothing. He doubt black politicians, he doubt black grassroots organizers, he doubt everything that's black. So therefore, to get reparations right now, he doubt if we'd be able to handle the money, and we already going to coon it away because of the slave system. To get there and to get on that platform and to deliver that message to this young group of people, causing them to have such a miseducation and a misguidance. They are misguided right now when it comes to getting this loot to invest in what it is that we need right now. Because in the last 10 to 15 years, his focus has been his book and FDMG, that he hasn't built a major he hasn't thought of infrastructure. He hasn't thought of anything on the level of a Marcus Garvey, where that when it came with this reparation conversation, he has a blueprint. He has the black print. No, he don't have a black print. Why he don't have a black print? Because the people is not his focus. You understand? The people is not his focus. You, the people, you are not his focus. We, the people, is not his focus. So therefore, when the conversation comes up that, yo, we got these trillions of dollars for you guys, it's like, oh, we ain't ready for that. We're gonna blow it away. We're going straight to the casino. Because this when he would step away from being the leader. Our leaders have not been able to. This when he put the blame on everyone else. That the leaders have not been able to do anything. The leaders. I'm going to stop this at this point, and I'm gonna come back and finish up on this video. And like I say, I'm gonna probably jump into another video, but I want to finish this video. I got to take care of something, and I'm gonna I think I'll come back 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna do it my live 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna continue on this topic right here a little bit as well, because this is all part of the series. This is a series, folks. We're going to go through video after video. We combing through these videos of how Umar puts the blame. I have to search through this video to find the exact point where he put the blame on the black men for the school. But this video right here. We're going to dissect this video for the next segment. So this is segment 1, and I'm setting it up for segment 2. Segment 2 will be in an hour or 2, and I'm coming back to you. We're going to do the next live. So I got to step out, handle some business. I'm gonna let you know what I was talking about too. So I'll talk to you in a few. All right. Thanks for y'all listening here, your support. I'll be back. Peace.